Hello, warriors. It's Miss Lemons, and today we are going to be talking about density graphs, how we can interpolate them, draw them, and use them to calculate density of substances. All right, so this does go along with your density practice and notes worksheet. There are a little bit more guided notes on the last page of this activity. So have that out. How to interpolate a density graph. So volume, which is measured in milliliters or centimeters cubed if we're getting fancy, that's going to be on the x-axis. So that is the bottom axis here. Mass, which will be measured in grams, is going to be on the y-axis. Okay. Density is the slope of the line. So the steeper the slope, the larger the density. If two lines have the same slope, then they have the same density. If we look here, the line that has the steepest slope is going to be the highest density. So the yellow substance slope looks steeper than the other two, therefore it has a higher density. So we can calculate density using a graph, and there's a few ways that we can do this. We can, we're going to be calculating slope, and we use the slope formula just like in math. That's rise over run, or you would do y1 minus y2 over x1 minus x2. So if you think about it, density is mass divided by volume. The rise is our y-axis, right? We're going up, rise. That's mass. And the run is volume. That's our x-axis. So if you think about it, rise, mass, over run, volume, is mass divided by volume. So that's how we're going to calculate density. When you do calculate density and you're plugging in values into y1 minus y2 over x1 minus x2, you want to pick 2 points on the graph. You don't want to just do one. You have to pick at least 2. And I like to pick 2 that line up with lines really, really nicely. And they're as far apart from each other as possible so you can get the overall slope of the entire line, not just a small section of it. So for instance, if I wanted to calculate the slope of the yellow line, I would use the ordered pair 2, 4, and let's say 6, 12. So 2, 4 and 6, 12 are my 2 points on the line that I want to use to calculate slope. So 2, 4, you'd put 2 down here because that's your x value, 4 up here because that's your y value, and then 6, 12, so 6 would be my second x value, so x2, and y would be 12. So you would then take the 4 minus 12 over 2 minus 6, and that's okay if you have negative numbers because a negative divided by a negative is a positive, and the resulting value you get is the density. And that's how you calculate density using a graph.